Derek Wang, warm welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Honens.
Thanks, Carmen. What a pleasure.
So happy to have you here. This is a special exclusive live interview for our live stream audience who will be tuning in from around the world. So thank you for taking the time for being here. And we have a couple of fun questions for you and to learn a little bit more about you before we hear your performance.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Great. My first question is, out of all the music that you will be sharing with us, which selection are you most looking forward to sharing and why?
Ooh, yeah. I don't think I would have picked any piece if I wasn't looking forward to it in some capacity.
Great answer.
But the question needs an answer, and maybe I'll pick the Alcotts of Charles Ives, not only because when I'm playing it, it'll mean that I'll be at the end of the semifinals, and there'll be a bit of relief that goes along with that, I'm sure. But also this is a piece which just hits close to home for me. Ives writes about how it's about a strength of hope that could not give way to despair. And I think that's a hope that we claim as ours as we listen to this piece. You know, it's music that I think of as the most beautiful possible piece you could ever write about a house. You know, it's written about Louisa May Alcott's orchard house in Concord, Massachusetts, and the literature and the ideas that were in the air of her family around that time in the 1840s. So it's a very special piece for me to be sharing in this edition of the Honens.
Beautiful. I know we'll be looking forward to that. That's fantastic. My next question is, for someone who's new to classical music, whether in the hall or listening on the live stream, what do you do to make them feel welcome?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is that I think the music will link up with your life, with your feelings, and with your cultural background too. I mean, I'm very excited that I'm featuring repertoire from across our continent, really, from Iman Habibi's work commissioned for this competition to Roberto Sierra, Puerto Rican born, to Ives. So I'm excited about the array of cultural connections that this music has, and I think, you know, whatever your relationship to music is, the piano engages with you on those terms, right? When we play the piano, we are creating a sense of home, really. The piano is the hearth. And so I think that idea of hospitality, really, is very close to the center of why I make music.
Oh, very beautifully said. Thank you. Now, speaking in terms of those connections, what are some of your non-musical passions?
Yeah. Well, they all link back to music.
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course. Yes.
But I try to keep up with reading as widely as I can. I'm a baseball fanatic, so the fact that this is happening at the same time as the MLB playoffs will be a nice combination of high pressure situations as both a performer and a spectator for me. Yeah.
Will you be watching in between, do you think? In between performances, you'll be tuning into the
In between
playoffs?
Might be tough,
Yeah,
but I'm definitely going to be catching up on the game recaps.
Great.
And, you know, I'm a Boston fan, so I'm happy to root for Toronto, you know, because, you know, you guys beat the Yankees, and I shouldn't go into such, you know, divisive material on the live stream, should I?
I'm sure they're happy to hear it. Great. Well, that's fantastic. So speaking of a world traveler, you are performing and traveling. Do you have any secret tips when it comes to staying energized when you're on the road, when you're traveling, performing in so many different places?
Oh, staying energized. I mean, I'm energized just by being in a new place and breathing new air.
Great.
And I think, you know, just morning light is what we all need more of, and it's a beautiful morning here in Calgary, and that's giving me energy for this week.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of morning light, I have a fun question for you.
Sure.
Practice time, are you an early bird or a midnight owl?
I'm an early bird, not the earliest kind of bird, but like yeah.
You prefer the morning energy?
Like maybe like a 9-10 a.m. bird, yeah.
Great, good. Now, Honens' mission, as you know, is to find the complete artist.
Yeah.
In 3 words, what does it mean to you to be a complete artist?
Well, for me, the complete artist is purposeful, centered, and also not entirely satisfied. I'll put it that way. A little bit unsatisfied. You're never done. The artistic search is never about what you've accomplished or anything. It's always about the possible. It's about looking toward the future, looking toward new ways of coming together through music.
Beautiful. Derek Wang, thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing your performances.
Thank you, Carmen.
You.
Thanks.